Hey there, welcome to day 186 of our BU 365 day challenge. To do one thing every day that improves us in some way. This month, the month of July, we are focusing on the life framework area of contribution, meaning what are we putting out in the world? What are we giving to the world? Not only to ourselves, but to other people. And it's interesting, our idiom for today for Supersize Your Business, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, by the way, is charity begins at home, which is one of my very favorite idioms, and one of my own personal philosophies is we need to take care of ourselves, other people, the people that are close to us, those we love and care about. First, we need to help people that are close to us in our lives before we go out and are helping other people, right? And help is whatever they need, not necessarily what we need. So today's topic is with respect to contributing and interacting with the rest of the world and giving value to the rest of the world, we need to start right now. Now, what the heck does start now mean? It means that the only time we can do anything, the only time we can take any action is right now in the present moment. So if we're like I used to be, I say, oh, I'll just wait to donate to charity when I make X amount of dollars. And then when I made X amount of dollars, guess what? I wasn't in the habit of it, so I didn't donate money to charity. Now, I did get involved when I was younger in spending my time and my energy and adding value to different areas and aspects of the world. I was a Girl Scout leader. I was big brother, big sister. I did a bunch of things that were right for me at the time of my life. Not a big sister anymore. Once I had my family and things, and once I got married and moved to a different town, I just didn't participate in that program anymore. So I found other ways to contribute, other ways to do things. But there's a couple things to remember. Number one, we only have right now. And one of the things I learned this from, I think Tony Robbins is the first person I learned this from. And it was probably back in the late 70s, early 80s when he was just getting started. And one of the things he used to say was, never leave the scene of a decision or a choice without taking some sort of action. It doesn't have to be a huge action, but he was a big proponent of massive action. But it was, do something to reinforce that decision, that choice. And so I've gotten into the habit of, if I decide something big or small, I immediately do something toward that. Maybe it's just I write it down so that I don't forget it because I'm one of those people that has so many things going on in my mind. If I don't write something down or if I don't take an action immediately, I'm on to 20 other things and I've totally forgotten about that great idea or that opportunity or that decision that I made. So number one, if you make a decision and a choice, take some sort of action toward it. Maybe you research on the internet. Maybe you just write it down. Maybe you call somebody. Maybe you get a book on it. Whatever it is, but take some action to reinforce that you made that decision. Number two, do what you can with what you've got right now. So often we say, I'll be happy when, I'll do this when, I'll spend time or get involved in a certain charity or an organization or a club or a group or a social thing when a certain other thing happens. And we don't know that thing's ever going to happen. So we're just putting off things that we could do today. It's like, I'm a queen of this too, procrastination, right? Never put off till tomorrow what you can do today. I think that was a Ben Franklin saying. So do what you can with what you've got right now. If you don't have a bunch of money to donate to charity or to give value to the world, then money isn't going to be your thing. But you do have time and energy and effort and intelligence and things that you can share. You have stuff, I guarantee you, whoever you are watching, if you've got a phone and an internet, you've got things in your life that you're not using and you probably never use. Let's be honest, we probably never use. I got a big eye-opening experience when I moved a couple of years ago. My family's grown now. My kids are grown up and having families of their own. So I didn't need all of the stuff I had accumulated as I was raising my family, right? All of the holiday things. I had a whole room that was just full of different holiday decorations and things for the different seasons. Did I need that anymore? No. Could I donate that and give joy to other people? Absolutely. So that's what I did. So it's always do what you can with what you've got right now. Don't put off till tomorrow what you can do today, and don't say you'll do something in the future, because if you don't start the habit of it now, you won't have it. I found that it was a lot harder for me to start actually donating cash versus time, energy, and things than because I hadn't created the habit of doing that. So what are some things that we can start doing now? And our action item today is going to be just to answer the question, how will you begin now to create the habit of contributing, just sharing your knowledge and wisdom? One of the quickest, easiest ways that you can contribute and make the world a better place is every time you learn something new, instead of just keeping it to yourself and hoarding that information, teach one other person that thing, or share that information, that thing, with one other person. It doesn't even have to be somebody you know. It could be a stranger. Although I believe charity begins at home. So if you learn something that you're excited about, you should probably share that with the people you love and care about. Will they be receptive? Probably not, because we're not all in the same place when it comes to learning and growing and personally developing. But you've still reinforced that learning. You've taken that immediate action by sharing it with someone else to reinforce that in yourself, reinforce that information. So start where you are. You can start volunteering. You can start tutoring. You could start sharing your knowledge and wisdom with other people. Maybe you just hop online and you do a video sharing something that you learned and that you're excited about. Especially during COVID, you could still have been doing that, right? You're learning something. I learned more during COVID than I probably did in all my years of college, because I finally had the time and energy and wasn't going out doing things like shopping and wasting time. And I had the opportunity to grow and learn and read books and do things that I'd been putting off and piling up because I kept telling myself I didn't have the time before COVID. You can start picking up trash when you see it, right? So often we see something and we just walk by, or calling out injustices, or sharing your time and energy with other people, teaching people what you know, etc. So share in the comments today, how will you start right now today, and then do something today, right? Do something that contributes to other people, something outside of you, the world. And I'd say if you're struggling, charity begins at home. Just start being kind to the people that are right around you. Maybe you got a thing going on with somebody at work, and we're all back to work today after the nice long holiday weekend. Maybe you just smile at that person, or ask them how their weekend was, or start to build a bridge, etc. That is all examples of contributing and making the world a better place. All right, have an awesome day. If I can help you in any way, ask. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow, and I have no idea what our topic is tomorrow because I didn't look ahead on the calendar. So it'll be something to do with contribution and how we interact with the world, but start right now today, and I will see you tomorrow.